You think you're just paying for an app. Wrong. 9 times out of 10, you're not buying an app, a single feature, or a 1-month membership. What you're actually buying is a toll pass. Your payment flows out via your fingerprint, Face ID, or that one-tap confirm button, and before any money lands in the developer's pocket, it has to cruise down a private toll highway built and controlled by the App Store platform. The worst part isn't the cut the platform takes. The real trick? They hide the toll booth behind the word convenience. It all feels totally normal, as natural as breathing, like paying through your phone was always supposed to work this way. You tap one button and the money's gone. You call that making a payment. But here's what's really happening. Your wallet, the developer's revenue, app pricing, hidden unsubscribe menus, all of it's locked into an invisible traffic system. Welcome to the wallet trap. Today we're not here to bash anyone or paint any company as a villain. We're only going to do one thing. Tear open this hidden toll road inside your phone and show you exactly how it works. Picture a regular quiet night. You're rushing to finish a project, and suddenly you realize you're missing a tool on your phone. It could be a scanner app, photo editor, budget tracker, AI writing tool, workout planner, anything. You pull up the App Store, search it, hit download. Clean icon, glowing high ratings, big text screaming, 7 days free trial. You figure, sure, I'll test it out first. You launch the app, and it skips all small talk. Straight to a subscription pop-up, $9.99 a month, or $59.99 for the full year. The big button just says continue. You scan your face, ding. Payment goes through. The whole process takes less than 10 seconds. No card numbers, no verification codes, no shipping address prompts, no annoying customer service calls, no weird website redirects. You barely even register that you just spent money. That's the magic they built. Spending money used to create friction. You dig out your wallet, count cash, punch in card details, stare at your bank statement, and second guess yourself. Now paying's like walking through an automatic door. You just step near it, and it slides open for you. But behind that automatic door, it's not just the small dev team that built the app waiting for your cash. The App Store platform's right there too. You think that $10 went straight to the app creator. But in the world of in-app purchases and recurring subscriptions, that $10 almost always routes through the platform's payment system first, then gets split up per their rules. The exact split shifts based on regions, app categories, developer size, and subscription length. But the logic never changes. Every transaction rolling down this highway means the platform takes a cut. This isn't a grocery store checkout counter. It's an airport toll road. The platform built the highway, owns every entrance, and brings all the traffic your way. Fair enough, you might say. Building roads costs money. Maintenance costs money. Safety, reviews, payment infrastructure, earning users' trust. None of that's free. I don't disagree. The problem isn't that they charge a fee at all. The problem arises when a single entity controls the highway entrances, every toll booth, navigation maps, all roadside signage, and even decides which cars get to drive on the road and which have to turn around. Let's break it down. A developer builds an app. They need users to survive. Where are all the users? Inside their phones. What's the main door people use to find new apps? The App Store. Where do regular users feel safe downloading software? The App Store. Where's the easiest, most seamless way to pay? Still the App Store. So on the surface, developers look like they're selling software. In reality, they first have to rent a spot on this platform's highway. It's basically opening a shop inside the busiest mall in the city. The mall pitches you this. I'll flood your store with foot traffic, handle security, run all checkout systems, build brand trust, sort out refunds and receipts for every customer. Sounds totally reasonable at first glance. Then the mall adds the fine print. Every drink you sell, I take a percentage cut. You go, okay, fine. Then more rules roll out. Your customers can't see cheaper prices advertised from shops outside the mall. You can't hang signs by the register telling shoppers to buy direct from your website for a discount. Certain payment methods are banned entirely. I get final say over your store signage, ad copy, and opening hours. At that point, it's no longer just rent. It's full control over how you run your business. You see the App Store as just a shelf to browse apps. But for developers, it's a shopping mall, checkout register, security guard, leasing office, billboard company, and city inspector all rolled into one. This isn't just a single button. It's an entire industrial machine. Layer 1. They control both app distribution and every payment channel. What's distribution control mean? When you want a new app, your gut reaction isn't hunting for install files on random websites, downloading from sketchy forums, or getting a file sent over by a friend. You open the App Store automatically. This habit's been drilled into your brain as muscle memory. Same as grabbing a rideshare app for a taxi, pulling up maps for directions, opening an e-commerce app to shop. Once that default habit locks in, the App Store stops being just an entry point. It becomes a toll gate. Everyone has to pass through it. Payment channels work the exact same way. When you buy a membership inside an app, the smoothest route is always in-app purchase. You don't have to trust some random unknown developer's website, worry about unauthorized credit card charges, or set up a brand new payment account from scratch. The platform handles all the risk for you. That convenience is real. But convenience never comes without a hidden price tag. If spending money feels completely frictionless to you, that friction just got shifted somewhere else. That extra friction lands on the developer's profit margins and eventually gets passed down to you in higher app pricing. Let's use simple math. Say an app creator wants to actually take home $10 every month from a subscriber. If the platform takes a cut off every in-app payment, the developer only has two choices: swallow the loss and make less money per customer, or raise the listed price to offset the toll fee. Most of the time, you'll never see that math spelled out on your screen. All you notice is, why does this app keep getting more expensive? You'll never break down that $12.99 monthly fee into chunks. How much covers core features, server costs, development labor, customer support, and how much just goes straight to the platform toll? Users feel the sting of subscription price hikes. Developers watch their profit margins shrink thinner every year. The platform just watches every single transaction turn into more traffic on their toll road. That's layer 2 of the system. The platform's cleverest trick is never charging you directly. They don't pop a window up on your phone saying, "Hey user, pay us a 30% toll fee to use our App Store infrastructure." If they did that, you'd snap right out of the convenience haze instantly. Instead, they let developers set all the sticker prices and let users direct all their frustration toward the devs. You'll rant, "This app company's ripping people off." The developer sighs and says, "We don't have a choice." The platform sits back looking squeaky clean, untouched by all the complaints. It's identical to food delivery platform commission schemes. You'll yell at the restaurant for marking up meals far above their dine-in prices. But the restaurant owner knows they can barely break even selling that same meal for the dine-in price on delivery apps, thanks to platform cuts, so they bump up every menu price online. You blame the restaurant for being overpriced. Delivery riders rush around burnt out to hit quotas. The platform just states, "We only provide a connecting service." Don't get me wrong, this isn't saying App Store platforms offer zero value. Without centralized app marketplaces, developers would struggle massively to reach new users, and regular people would be flooded with malware, scam software, and fake knockoff apps left and right. Platforms deliver safety screenings, trust, global distribution, one-click payments, automatic refunds, seamless app updates, and security protection. They built that highway, maintain it daily, and it's infinitely safer than wandering unregulated dirt roads online. But here's what you need to watch out for. Once a single highway becomes the default route nearly every person uses, they're no longer just collecting a service fee. They start charging for default authority, one of the most expensive commodities in modern business. Humans hate rethinking every tiny decision every day. We fall back on defaults without second guessing. Default App Store, default one-tap payment, default auto-renew subscriptions, default sign-in through the platform account, default unsubscription menus buried in system settings. You think you're making independent choices every time you pay. Really, you're just sliding down the pre-plotted low-effort path the system laid out for you. And the end of that path is almost always a successful charge notification. Dig even deeper. The platform doesn't only control payments. They hold total review authority too. Review power sounds boring, just a back-office admin process, right? For developers, it's a literal life or death checkpoint for their business. Can your new app version launch? Will your update pass screening? Can you push an emergency bug fix fast? What text can go on your subscription pop-ups? Where can you place action buttons? Are external website links even allowed inside your app? Every single one of these rules directly impacts their revenue. You imagine a straight line connecting creators straight to users. But there's a locked gate sitting in the middle, guarded by an endless list of rules. Those rules can shield users from harm. But they also completely shift the power balance in every business negotiation. If a developer refuses to comply with the platform's terms, they can't just switch over to a different checkout provider easily. They risk losing access to the massive pool of users locked inside that phone ecosystem entirely. It's like opening a physical shop and refusing to pay a mall's commission rates. You can always set up a street stall outside the complex. But all your potential customers are already conditioned to shop only inside the mall. They'll never walk down that side street to find you. Most won't even know your shop exists out there. That's why developers keep operating within the system, even when they gripe about the toll fees non-stop. It's not that they love handing over a cut of every sale. It's that the highway carries billions of potential customers. The most stable profit-generating machines don't work by blocking your path and demanding cash upfront. That's too obvious, too easy for people to push back against. The perfect revenue machine rebrands itself as essential public infrastructure. Once something's framed as infrastructure, it stops feeling like a greedy business entity. It feels as constant and invisible as air, running water, power grids, or that bridge you drive across every single day. You don't stop every morning to question why that bridge exists. You just accept it's always there. And every time you cross it, a small toll fee gets collected without you noticing. That's the genius behind App Store commission systems. They mask every transaction as part of a seamless user experience. You're not paying a toll, you're unlocking premium features. You're not renewing a recurring bill, you're keeping your full access active. You're not handing over a platform commission, you're enjoying a hassle-free checkout flow. The scary part isn't how high the fees are. It's that you barely register you're spending money at all. Recurring subscriptions make this trick even more effective than one-time purchases. With a single upfront payment of, say, $49.99, you pause, hesitate, and weigh whether the cost's worth it. That one sharp price tag stings enough to make you overthink it. Subscriptions work like tiny needle pricks once a month. Minimal pain, no loud notification, no big sudden charge to shock you, till you scroll through your yearly bank statement and realize you're funding a whole army of digital subscriptions. Photo editors, vocabulary apps, meditation tools, document scanners, weather premium tiers, cloud storage, filter packs, PDF software. The list never ends. Each one advertises itself as just a couple bucks a month. But your bank account feels the cumulative hit hard. All those automatic recurring charges add up fast, and nearly every single monthly payment passes through the platform's toll booth first. There's a sneaky reverse dynamic at play here too. Users trust in-app purchases more, so they spend more freely. Developers know in-app checkout boosts conversion rates, so they prioritize building subscription walls into their apps. The platform sees higher user trust and more developer reliance, which means far more traffic rolling down their toll highway. Safety builds trust. Trust generates more transactions. Every transaction feeds platform commission revenue. This isn't some evil mastermind conspiracy. It's just a fully functional, self-reinforcing business model. The most dangerous thing about this business model isn't that it's malicious. It's that every individual piece of it makes perfect logical sense on its own. Users want secure, low-friction payments. Developers want access to massive built-in user bases. Platforms need steady revenue to maintain their entire infrastructure. Stack all those reasonable individual incentives together, and you wind up trapped inside a system with almost no easy escape route. If you can't spot who's covering the hidden cost, everybody's covering it bit by bit. Developers sacrifice profit margins. Regular users absorb inflated retail pricing. The platform collects toll fees on every single default transaction. You might argue, easy fix. I'll just buy my subscription straight from the developer's website instead of inside the phone app. Sometimes that's an option. Sometimes it's not. Certain services slash prices on their official websites or offer exclusive bundle tiers you'll never find in the App Store. Many let you sign up online, then log into the mobile app with your account afterward. But most users never bother checking the website prices to compare. The in-app payment flow is just too convenient. Convenience itself becomes an invisible wall, blocking you from cheaper alternatives. The platform doesn't even need to outright ban external payment methods. They only need to make any alternate route feel like a massive hassle. Imagine a fast toll highway running parallel to a narrow freeside road. Technically, you can take the free route, but it's unlit, hidden off the main map. Your navigation app won't suggest it, and it adds 20 extra minutes to your trip. At the end of the day, most people sigh and think, forget it, I'll just stick to the highway. That split-second thought, forget it, is the platform's most reliable, consistent source of income. Now let's talk about canceling subscriptions. Have you noticed purchasing is ridiculously streamlined, but unsubscribing feels like a treasure hunt? To buy, one tap, face scan, instant confirmation chime. To cancel, first, you have to remember exactly where you signed up. Was it inside the app? The website? The phone's App Store settings? A third-party payment processor? Family sharing group account? A different email address entirely? Then you dig through endless layers of menus. Account, subscriptions, manage subscriptions, confirm cancellation, double confirm. The screen hits you with pop-ups. Are you sure you want to leave? We can offer you a special discounted rate to stay. Are you absolutely certain? The system doesn't lock the exit door and forbid you from canceling. It just hides the doorknob somewhere hard to locate. The worst part isn't that cancellation is blocked outright. It's the platform banking on the likelihood that you won't invest the time and mental energy to track down that hidden menu. When subscriptions are tied directly to App Store payment systems, most people don't even know who to contact to stop the charges. The app developer says, you subscribed through the platform. Go cancel it in the store settings. The App Store says, all service content is managed by the developer. Reach out to them with issues. The developer then claims all refund policies fall under platform jurisdiction. You're stuck bouncing back and forth between 3 different support teams. No clear exit path anywhere in sight. That's exactly why we're breaking down this whole machine today. This isn't a rant telling you to delete every app store and never use in-app purchases ever again. That's unrealistic and unnecessary. App marketplaces absolutely make the mobile ecosystem safer, cleaner, and give small independent creators a shot at reaching audiences they'd never find otherwise. The critical shift you need to make is stop seeing the App Store as just a place to download software. Start viewing it as a private toll highway. Once you recognize you're driving down a toll road, your whole perspective shifts. Next time you pull up an app subscription pricing page, don't only glance at monthly versus yearly rates. Run through these 6 simple checks first. Check official website pricing. Is the exact same service cheaper on their site than inside the App Store? If the website rate's lower, it's rarely just the developer being generous. That route skips the platform toll booth entirely. Check available payment options. Does the app force you to use only in-app store checkout? Do they offer web-based subscriptions, student discounts, family bundles, or multi-year plans hidden outside the App Store? This isn't about finding sneaky loopholes. It's understanding sticker prices change based on which payment highway you take. Locate the unsubscribe path ahead of time. Always note exactly where you signed up, so you know where to go to turn auto-renew off later. If you can't even recall your subscription sign-up method, the system's already won half the battle. Mark free trial expiration dates on your calendar. Don't fixate only on the word free. Note the exact day recurring charges kick in and set a calendar alert a day or 2 before that deadline. Free trials don't exist to give you complimentary access. They're banking on you forgetting to cancel before billing starts. Think twice about annual discount subscriptions. Annual plans aren't inherently bad. If you genuinely use the service long-term, they can save money overall, but most yearly subscription layouts frame monthly billing as a punishment and annual prepayment as a huge reward. You think you're cutting costs, but often you're prepaying for a service you'll abandon 3 months later. Break down what you're actually paying for. Is your fee covering exclusive content, cloud storage, core functional tools, or simply ad removal? Some premium tiers are well worth the cost. Others repackage basic free functionality into a monthly recurring charge for no real added value. This isn't a call to boycott all subscription services. It's a call to fight mindless, automatic subscription spending. We're not campaigning to revert back to the old Wild West days of unregulated random install files, rampant malware, and sketchy unsecured payment portals online. We just need to acknowledge a simple truth. Convenience always carries a hidden cost. That cost never shows up as a separate line item on your bank statement. It's baked straight into every app's listed price, every pricing choice developers are forced to make, and every time you brush off comparison, shopping with a quick, it's not worth the hassle. You think you're purchasing access to an app's features. In reality, you're entering into a regulated payment relationship, fully controlled by the platform. The platform supplies user safety to shoppers, delivers massive audiences to developers, then skims a tiny toll fee off every single transaction between the two sides. That wording might sound harsh, but a huge portion of corporate revenue in tech gets generated through these unspoken, hidden fees no one advertises up front. The most profitable toll schemes never shout, "We're charging you extra." They design their systems so you can't avoid using their highway, and normalize the toll fees until they feel as inevitable as the weather. You don't stop to ask why it's raining outside. You just grab an umbrella and carry on. So, the next time that familiar subscription pop-up loads inside your phone app, pause for just 1 single second before scanning your face. Ask yourself 3 quick questions. Am I paying for the actual service itself? Or am I paying extra just for this convenient checkout route? Is there an alternative way to sign up and pay outside the App Store? If I lose interest tomorrow, do I know exactly how to cancel all future charges fast? These 3 quick questions won't turn you into an extreme couponer or instantly fix every unfair pricing practice in tech. But they'll jolt you awake before you slide through that frictionless automatic payment door. Most of the unexplained gaps draining your bank account aren't from theft. They form because the road's engineered to be so smooth you slide through tolls without a second thought. The App Store isn't merely a shelf full of downloadable apps. It's a highway. Developers need this road to reach users, and users rely on it to buy premium services. The highway's clean, secure, and undeniably easy to drive on. But every transaction that travels down, it hits a toll booth. And the scariest part about those tolls is you're sitting in the car, never seeing the booth at all. If you've ever run into an app that lists one price on its website and a higher price inside the mobile app, Or found recurring charges draining your account for software you barely open anymore? Drop the app name down in the comments below. We might deep dive that exact app in our next video. Hit subscribe for Wallet Trap. Most of the empty holes in your wallet aren't dug by you. They're carved by payment highways, built to feel way too seamless to question.